Mocha Foam Limited at 60. We speak with the Managing Director, Chief Executive, Mr. Ray Murphy, on the journey to 60 years and success factors find out on the focus segment of the program. Okitipupa Oil Palm PLC, one of the largest in Africa, is in the news for good reasons as the company returns to profitability. Find out what went on. Plus, Outstanding Project and Leaders Award 2019. Who got what and what went down at the event? We'll tell you all about it on our event segment of the program. This is Inside Business Africa, Africa's business news and information leader. Compliment of the season to all of you and all our friends and stakeholders and also the business communities. And also we'd like to say a very big thank you to so many of you that actually supported us in the year 2019. And we are telling you that we are prepared to move ahead in 2020. This is Inside Business Africa. My name is Kenneth Odushola Stevenson. And then indeed, we have actually done quite a lot in 2019 and we are beginning to put everything behind us and moving ahead to planning and also putting the development and all the things we need to do together, and we are ready. And 2020 there promises to be a very eventful year for Inside Business Africa. I can assure you that we're going to rebrand and we're going to do quite a number of things. After 25 years, we need to look at what we have done and where we need to be, and that has been done, and we know where we're headed. Well, today's edition of the program will also be celebrating what's important to some organizations indeed, including Mocha Foam Limited that celebrated 60 years in 2019. And we've been speaking with the Managing Director, Mr. Ray Murphy. We'll tell you all about it when we come back right after this commercial break.
In the construction and engineering sector, technology is evolving very fast, from strategy for selecting the best partner for the project to deploying the required equipment to site. And you know what? The future of construction automation continues to move forward with efforts like Constructioneering, a process of managing and integrating survey, engineering, and construction data to streamline construction workflows and improve project delivery. Are you moving forward with the time and technology? Maybe yes, maybe no. Either way, CED Magazine delivers the current and the future information in engineering, construction, technology, oil and gas, and so much more. Want to know more about what CED Magazine delivers? Log on to www.cedmagazineng.com. Also, you can follow us on our various social media pages. You can also get your printed copy at various newsstands across the country. CED Magazine, reporting and analyzing the industry like no other.
Welcome back. You're still Inside Business Africa, Africa's business news and information leader. Thanks for staying with us. And indeed, later on the program, we will be speaking with the Managing Director of Mocha Foam Limited as the company celebrated 60 years recently in 2019. And he will be telling us the journey so far and the success factors. But first, let's celebrate a very important company, a quoted company indeed, one of the largest palm plantation in the whole of Africa. Okitipupa Oil Palm PLC is back to the winning ways, so to speak, because the new management of the organization has returned the company to a very important organization and also contributing to the employment generations and also income and IGR of Ondo State. So you were wondering what state is Okitipupa Oil Palm PLC? It's actually in Ondo State and is the largest in Africa, possibly. And what is important about this organization is that the management has put together a very important structure to ensure that the company is able to do well and return to profitability. And recently, the management actually and the board had a very important meeting in Lagos to actually mobilize some contractors to site and to be able to see how they can make contributions to the growth trajectory of that company. Take a listen to what happened at that particular event in Lagos. Okitipupa Oil Palm PLC, popularly known as OOPC, one of the largest oil palm plantation in Africa, is an oil palm processing firm that manages oil palm estate in the southern part of Ondo State, with sites located in Okitipupa, Ilututu, Iyosan, Igbotako, Ipoke, and in Apoi land in Eseodo local government area of the state. With the zeal to turn the fortunes of the firm around for the better, the new board, led by an industrialist and former federal minister, Chief Mrs. Mobolaji Oshomo, has devised various strategies, set up structures, and a strong management team to ensure growth. Held a crucial meeting with some key stakeholders where documentation of interested parties were certified. Chief Mrs. Oshomo, who presided over the meeting, speaks on the essence of the meeting and the fortunes of OOPC.
We are trying to revamp the OOPC, which was almost at the verge of collapse. It was about to be wound up, and by the time the governor came in and set up the board, he gave us the duty of making sure that this company must not die. And so with the grace of God, what we are doing now is to bring in people who will be empowered by allocation of some acres of land to them to harvest. They harvest the palm fruits, they sell the palm fruits, and they pay us whatever we charge them.
With strong board, resourceful management team, and the cooperation of the community and the stakeholders, Chief Mrs. Oshomo speaks further on the new initiative and the drive for profitability.
We have well over 60 people who are coming along with us. More are coming still. They are not the owner of the land. All they have is the permission to go there and harvest.
With a strong market and quality products and sound management team, OOPC, according to the Managing Director and Chief Executive, Mr. Taiwo Adewale, is indeed on the right path, better than it has ever been, to deliver on the initiatives of the board.
Ogdubwa Oil Palm PLC is one of the largest oil palm producing and processing company in Nigeria today. Established 1961. And has gone through various forms of restructuring. When we came in 2018, we started remodeling the operations of the company. Today, we are happy to sign up our contractors into a new model that will bring about some very significant transformation of the company's operations. The contractors are very happy with the new development, and we believe that Ogdubwa is set up for a great reorganization. We're working to come back to the stock exchange. The 12 years account is ready. We believe that with this, our 16,000 shareholders should be expectant of great things from the company. The company has been moribund for a very long time, but we thank God that with the new board headed by Honorable Chief Mrs. Mobolaji Oshomo, a lot of transformation had happened, and we are today consolidating those transformation, and we believe that we will begin to take our rightful place in the industry. The next level is that the company is expecting to complete its core investor sale exercise, which is currently going on. That will bring about the needed capital to do some very huge investments into the company, and we believe this is the direction to go, along with the mandate of His Excellency the Governor of Ondo State, Arakunrin Oluwarotimi Odunayo Akeredolu. We have up till March 31st to complete the whole exercise, and that is what we are working towards. And we believe that with the consummation of the core investor sale exercise, fresh capitals will be injected into the company. New green fields will begin to be developed, and the company will be set up to ensure that its entire 13,000 hectares is fully developed for good productivity. We're also looking at our factories to ensure that after we have completed the redevelopment of the plantations, we can start refining palm products within our facilities.
Since inception of the new board, as constituted with the support of the Executive Governor of Ondo State, Arakunri Rotimi Akeredolu SAN, Okitikupa Oil Palm PLC, according to Mr. Wale Oshomo, a member of the board of directors, the growth which is imperative is inevitable as measures are in place to ensure consistency in operation.
Just a couple of years ago, the state government now said, listen, let's restructure this space, along with us, the private sector. And that is what we've been trying to do for the past 2 years. When we got there, we actually saw a lot of residual problems, in particular the community and then the local people who were on ground. And they literally didn't want the company to, as far as I'm concerned, to come back up because they had taken over the assets of the company, albeit illegally. So what we are doing today is it's been 2 years of actually putting our heads down, thinking through the whole process. And we are happy to say that we forged a huge alliance, a strong alliance with these people, and we've signed a contract whereby they have licenses to enter, in law we call it usufruct, license to go in and pick the fruits, and they give us a certain amount of money at the beginning of the year, and so they have the liberty to pick as much as they want for that duration. And so we believe this will work and also enable us to expand what we believe that company should be. When we compare ourselves with the other big players in the industry, we're really, really far behind. Despite the fact that we have just about the same size of hectareage. And simply put, the management has been found wanting over the years. So with this system in place now, it's the first step, and then we're going to build on it gradually.
With the recent initiative and the resourcefulness of the board and management team in place, the contractors are in for a good run, as stated by one of the contractors.
Good. Excellent. Good results from the plantation.
Well, congratulations to the Okitikupa Oil Palm PLC management and the board for doing a very important job and also creating employment and also looking forward to a very important eventful year in 2020. That organization is very important to Ondo State and Nigeria in general. So it's important that a very important structure that is currently in place allowed to actually tread to do very, very well. And we will all be here to support that particular organization to return to profitability that it has done and make more money for the shareholders and also the community. Well, when we come back right after this commercial break, we'll be talking about Muka Foam Limited that is celebrating 60 years in 2019. We'll be right back. Stay with Inside Business.
It goes beyond just producing mattresses. It's our passion, our people. Driven by our values of teamwork, integrity, innovation, performance, excellence, and our heritage of unrivaled quality, we produce the best mattresses to suit you.
The company, decade after decade, has listened to consumers and has developed products to meet the needs of those consumers.
I love Muka Foam because of how they treat their business and their customers. It's a company that listens to its distributors.
A ní ìfẹ́ Muka nígbà táwọn tábà ń bẹ̀ náà ń ṣe wá dáadáa, àwa náà a dẹ̀ fẹ́ fi wọ́n lẹ̀.
Here's to 60 years of remarkable craftsmanship.
Welcome back. It's still Inside Business Africa, Africa's business news and information leader. Thanks for staying with us. Indeed, Muka Foam Limited is 60 years. In 2019, that particular organization celebrated an eventful year, and indeed it has continued to make profit and also do well. There was no break, 60 years and still going strong. We were able to catch up with the managing director, Mr. Ray Murphy, to actually answer some questions as we will be bringing him in just a short while. But what is important is that Muka Foam Limited actually is into foams and beddings manufacturing, and is actually one of the most important establishments in manufacturing concern in Nigeria. And it has won so many awards and also has gotten so many certifications, especially ISO certification. And And that's to tell you that this organization is actually one of the most important in the Nigeria corporate community. And let me use this opportunity to welcome Mr. Ray Murphy to Inside Business Africa and to share with us some of the success factors 60 years on.
Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Ray Murphy, thank you again for joining us. Let's start from the beginning. Muka Foam at 60. Could you take us through the journey of the 60 years and the vision and mission of the organization and some of the key drivers of the vision to the success it's currently recording?
Well, Muka as a company was founded in 1959 by the Mukarram family, and the company was actually founded up north in Kano. And you know, over the 60 years, you know, initially the company moved from one generation to the second generation. But the mandate, you know, the family gave themselves at that time was to produce high quality, affordable products that would be within the reach of all consumers in Nigeria. And I believe that progressively over the last 60 years, you know, that's exactly what, you know, the company has achieved, in that they've built a household name in the Muka brand, in that, you know, if today when we go and speak to consumers, and if we say foam or we say mattress, instantly consumers say Muka. So in terms of, you know, the very first objective that they set themselves, you know, in terms of building that brand, they've been extremely successful. In terms of quality, quality is synonymous with everything that Muka did and does today. We're uncompromising when it comes to the quality of our products.
Well, very fantastic vision and definition of that particular growth trajectory of the company. Mr. Ray Murphy, let's look at it this way. 60 years, was there a time in the life of the organization that you had to tinker with the vision to ensure that you meet with the modern technology and the day-to-day activities of the company, including capacity building, to actually reflect what the vision should be as at now?
You know, I think through time in any country and in any continent, there's always bumps in the road along the way. It's never straightforward. It's never easy. And while I can't really go into the detail of the last 60 years, you know, yeah, there have been, whether it be, you know, economic challenges or issues of exchange rate, etc., that there have been some bumps in the road along the way. But that's a testament to the resilience of the brand that's been built over the last 60 years, that when there are some bumps in the road or some challenges, that the company and the brand has been able to overcome those challenges and really go on to, you know, to grow from strength to strength.
Well, that's fantastic. Now let's look at the products really. We've talked about the company's growth trajectory. We've talked about 60 years, journey. Now let's look at the products of this particular establishment and the market share and the acceptability of the products in the market, and also the stakeholders, how they have seen and received Muka Foam products.
Well, today we can confidently claim that in the foam or, you know, mattress space, Muka is by far the clear branded market leader. That's not Muka saying that. That's independent market research saying that. We work hard every day to make sure that one, again, I mentioned uncompromised quality, but we've got a first-class team of individuals who are involved in new product development, making sure that our product offerings remain fresh, relevant, contemporary, and appealing to consumers, regardless of their income bracket or regardless of where they live in Nigeria.
Well, the key drivers of innovation technology in any organization is the human capital, and which means that the company must consistently invest in human capital development to ensure that some of those equipment and machineries that you invest in are actually being able to utilize them to bring out some of the best products. Can you talk about capacity building and the Muka Foam's position?
firstly, again, if I talk about new product development, there's two sides to that. There's the capability within the company, but also we go out and we regularly speak to consumers in Nigeria, to really understand, what their needs and what their aspirations are and what they want from Muka products. So we need to understand, consumer needs. We need to speak to consumers. But then internally, we manufacture everything we sell in Nigeria. We manufacture in Nigeria. It comes from our 3 factories here in Lagos, Benin City, and in Kaduna. And we are proud to say, on our products, made in Nigeria by Nigerians. But we have a research and development, a quality control, and a new product development team who really work hand in hand, to be developing new and exciting products.
Yes, Muka Foam pride itself as the #1 foam and bedding manufacturing in Nigeria. And this comes with a lot of responsibility. And becoming #1 will require that you must continue to invest in research and development, capacity building, which we have talked about. And also you must consistently, be in the market to know what the demand is like. Can you elaborate a little more about what has actually been the success factors and some of the key things you had to do in terms of research and development to ensure your growth trajectory is on course?
In 2019, Muka developed an association with Lagos Business School. And Lagos Business School is the #2 business school in Africa. And we've developed what we'd like to call the Muka MBA. And 25 of the top managers in Muka have just completed the first year of a 3-year Muka MBA program that we've developed in partnership with Lagos Business School. So that's the current 25 most senior managers within the company. But it's important that we've got a stream of new, young, dynamic talent coming in and growing through the company. And we've done 2 things there. We go out and we speak to business schools, and we seek to bring in young management graduates into the business.
We will not be able to end this conversation without talking about your message. We'd like to take your message to your shareholders, board of directors, management, distributors, and all stakeholders and all Nigerians as Muka Foam begins another 60 years, 2020. Your message.
As a company, we celebrate and we share a success with our Muka people, our loyal, hard-working, dedicated staff, and with our loyal distributor base.
Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Ray Murphy. I'm very, very delighted to have been able to hold this conversation with you, and hoping that 2020 we will continue to do business together and follow the growth trajectory of Muka Foam Limited as you continue to deliver quality products to Nigerians.
Thank you very much, and Happy New Year.
As the 2019 was winding up, Inside Business Africa was holding on the December 12th the OPA Outstanding Project and Leaders Award. A conversation took place at that event. It was awesome. It had to do with the agriculture. And don't forget, on the 26th and 27th of March 2020, there will be a conversation and exposition on agriculture. AgriCorp 2020, corporatization of agriculture in Nigeria. Mr. Chen Zak will also be leading the discussion at that particular event. He's the Managing Director, Chief Executive of Agritech. And this conversation that took place on the 12th of December had to do with agriculture as well. It was the event was actually Outstanding Project and Leaders Award ceremony, and that was the 10th edition of that particular platform. And let's go straight to that particular event and actually a clip of some of the things that took place at that event. Art is often known to transcend boundaries of conflict and social repression, and championing the cause of rewarding outstanding corporate culture, brand loyalty, and market-driven brand is in the DNA of Inside Business Africa since inception some 25 years ago. And the creation of Outstanding Project and Leaders Award OPA 10 years ago is just following the tradition and feeling the beat and the heat of the DNA. No wonder the brand played host to some key drivers of various sectors of the Nigerian economy, from agriculture, environment and manufacturing at the prestigious Sheraton Hotels in Lagos. While welcoming guests to the well-attended event, the executive producer and publisher of Inside Business Africa, Kenneth Odushola Stevenson, took time to explain the importance of the brand and the publications.
For us, nobody even know that I'm the publisher of CED magazine of Inside Business. But because we have created a brand that when our people make contacts, people go online to go and find out. They say they are coming from CED, they say they are coming from Inside Business. They go out there to see these brands and they acquaint themselves with it because they see what they like. I'm not sure that CDK will be here today if they didn't do research about us. They must have done the research. They must have tried to find out what we can provide.
Mr. Chim Zak, who received the Outstanding Projects and Leaders Open Award for both himself as the CEO of the Year and Agritex as the leader in the agribusiness sector, later led the conversation session where issues relating to management, technology, economy was discussed with live audience participation.
Well, Agritex, moving in 1919, we produced 20 million chicks. In 2020, end of 2023, we will produce 60 million. This speaks for itself. That's our trust and belief in the Nigerian developing agriculture, developing consumption of chicken.
Well, that's about all we have time for on Inside Business Africa for today. And don't forget, this program actually started in 1995. 1995, which is to say that by March and June 5th, 2020, this program will be celebrating 25 years. It's been a non-stop broadcast of a very important program indeed, Inside Business Africa. And it's been an awesome, journey serving Nigerians and the international community with this platform, Inside Business Africa. Don't forget, Inside Business Africa, apart from being a television program, is also in print. Every month, a very important edition of that particular brand comes on to the screen, on the newsstands. And what's also important is that it's also publishing online. You can follow us on our website, www.insidebusinessafrica.ng.com, and also on our various platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, WhatsApp. Every platform, we are there. You can actually communicate with us through all those platforms. And also, we want to promise you that in 2020 is going to be an awesome year for Inside Business Africa because we're bringing in innovation into the platform. It's been Kenneth Odushola Stevenson presenting that Inside Business Africa. Thank you again for watching.